All right, teachers, thank you very much for joining me for part 3 of 3, and we're going to jump straight into it. Here's just a reminder of the story that we are focusing on for today's lesson, and we're now in part 3. So in part 2, you saw that I erased all of the furniture and I left the table. Now the reason for that is because I want to review prepositions. So on the left-hand side, boom, I'm going to throw up the prepositions that we are focusing on today. And as I write them down, I'm going to ask the students to say the words because I want to make sure that the pronunciation is correct. Now, the other reason for the vocabulary on the left-hand side is because I want them to substitute that into a sentence pattern, and that way I'll be able to make sure that I know that they know how to use those prepositions. So with a little bit of drama, I'm going to steal one of the flashcards off of the whiteboard and I'm going to go, oh no, shoo, my crayon. Where's my crayon? Now I've written it as where is my crayon? However, students at this stage don't really know possessive pronouns, my, your, his, hers. So it's better to avoid it. And besides, the application for this story in this particular grammar structure is not necessary, but I wanted to bring it to myself and really help the students understand how to use it. So this is the answer. I put the flashcard underneath the table and then I encourage my students to say, teacher's crayon is under the table. Good job. Boys and girls, where's my crayon? Teacher's crayon is next to the table. Good job, boys and girls, where's my crayon? And so what the students are doing is basically just reading the sentence underneath and then substituting the left-hand side vocabulary into the sentence pattern. Now, that way I can be sure that everybody's okay. If they're not okay, one or two of the weaker students I will ask to stand up and then they will have to read the sentence and substitute accordingly, okay? So that's just basically a foundation pre-teach for the writing that I want the kids to do. So I need to make sure that I'm satisfied with the kids' ability to understand that grammar point. Now we move on to the next part, and that is the story. Now I'll have the kids will have their books open at the stage and I will draw their attention to the panel. Boys and girls, panel number 1. Boys and girls, panel number 5. Panel number 7. And so I will ask the students to read each panel. I say, boys and girls, read panel number 1. Look at Toby, he said, poor dog, poor Toby, dogs don't go to school. Good, read panel number 5. Where's my black and white book? And where's my purple pencil case? Now I want the students to read so that I know that they are focused in what I want them to do. Limit the confusion. And then I'm going to write down the question for each particular panel. Boys and girls, for panel number 1, where is Jake's notebook? And the kids will then say, Jake's notebook is on the table. Good. Panel number 1, where is Molly's eraser? Molly's eraser is on the table. Or if you want to teach on the table 2, then you're free to extend that grammar as well. Boys and girls, number 5, take a look at panel number 5. Where is Molly's pencil case? Okay, and so you go through just to make sure that the students know exactly what you are talking about, because of course you can see question number 1 and question number 7, you could say, are exactly the same, but the answer is different because it depends on which panel you're looking at. Okay, now once the students have understood that, you will then say, all right, boys and girls, get out your notebooks, yay. We're going to do a writing activity. So that's question number 1, 2, and 3, and 4 related to the various panels. And so the kids will then look at their textbooks, they will write down the questions, and then they will write down the answer in accordance with which panel they're looking at. All right, and then once they've done that, you will then mark their books and give them a score. And now, how cool is this? You've got the sentence pattern that you were doing orally. It's all already there. And so that's why I've made the review. As you can see, it's 10 minutes. The review is quite long because I want to be able to really work with the students and really reinforce and make sure that everybody understands exactly how it all works. And as you can see, it says there for number 2, Where's Molly's eraser? Molly's eraser is on the table too. And if that's something that you want to help the kids understand, well, then that's great. It's a great opportunity to do so. Okay, teachers, now that is it for your review. The only thing for you to do now is to wrap up, erase the whiteboard, tally the scores for all of the students, and then say goodbye. So, teachers, thank you very much. It's now my time to say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.